Hey, what's going on YouTube, and welcome to this video. I just want to make a quick update with some things that are going on and also get your feedback on a few items. And I guess the elephant in the room is around AI. And that is because, I have two primary audiences, one for gaming and one for technology. So gamers, not a whole lot's going to change. I'll probably be posting more gaming content, doing more live streams on Twitch. So not a whole lot change in there, just more of that on here. But for those of you that subscribe and are into the technical tutorials, that is where part of the reason it's been a while, other than time to make new videos, is by the time I do have time to create a video, then what I was going to do is obsolete. I've had my channel since 2009, and one of the, gaming and technology are my passions. So as I learn something, I like to share what I learn and collaborate with other people. 2009, I got my CCNA, ended up getting my CCNP and Juniper certs, and those were all fun. But fact of the matter is, AI is having a dominant role in the technology industry. Love it or hate it, regardless of opinions, there's just some objective truths that we all have to deal with, and we can have our own opinions on, but we all have to deal with it in our own way. Likewise, even for Roblox, I spent a year learning Lua to teach my kids how to play. I mean, I did it for myself too, but I wanted to teach them programming. I thought Lua was good, but now you can just prompt all the things that I learned. Can do that with my home Cisco lab. I created Python scripts to be able to revert VM images. So if you want to pre-stage a collaboration environment to a certain task level, you could do that. And those were all fun and rewarding, but now it's more of AI prompting. And I have created some cool things with AI and vibe coding. But for me personally, it's a little bit different, like to say, hey, I one-shot this prompt to do this and without any errors or something. It's just doesn't have that same type of reward thing. So it's hard for me to be passionate about something like that, even though there's a lot of cool things that I can teach on it. In one example, like here, I've got Collect All Pets. It's a Roblox game, and I have multiple private servers set up so I can boost other newer players with their stats. And I've been doing this for like 3 years or so. But one thing is, creating a chat bot. So using a local LLM. So basically, instead of using a cloud provider, you can download, I'm using Llama CPP, but you can use like Ollama and some other ones. And I'm using the Qwen 3.5. Of course, Qwen 3.5 is not the best LLM for calling APIs. It's pretty good for coding. There's a GPT, I think it's OSS 20B. It's the smaller, lightweight one that actually does work pretty well for API calls. But running this just on my home lab, I could say, what is the status of server 3 in cap? Something like that. And it's using two 1080 Ti GPUs, the old ones I used for mining back in 2017. And you can see, it gives the server status. There's 8 of 12 players online. You got these boosters. The last crash was on this. No alerts right now. So there's some cool stuff that you can do with it. And for me personally, at work, I've basically went from a network engineer to still a network engineer, but doing more DevOps. They give you AI tools, and the expectation is to produce more. And there's a lot of opinions on that, and pros and cons, and I've seen a lot of videos, and I totally get everyone's point. People just have to make decisions based on their current situation, and mine currently is both professionally and personally is right now that's the direction that industry is going and what my direct management wants me to do. So you have to have an open mind and just you can give your opinions, but at the end of the day, you need to do what the business expects of you, and each business can have different opinions on that. So mine is I am knee deep in vibe coding, essentially, which, being a developer and doing programming on the side for decades helps, so you can steer it. And like I say, personal challenge, try to see, one shot a prompt to do as much as you can and be accurate without errors. That's kind of my own personal challenge that I try to do sometimes. But like I say, it's hard to get passionate about that, but it makes you better at it. But see, today is May 11th. So my guess is probably by this time next year, prompting won't even be a thing. You'll have agents that already improve itself. So I think the main important thing for now is, in the tech industry, you just need to be ready for change. One of the main things earlier this year, I guess it was last year now, time flies, is I had to learn all three main cloud service providers, Azure, AWS, and Google, just kind of on the fly, just for some changes that took place. And now AI is the next thing. And I think if you're adaptable, then it's not a big deal. But I guess my point is, to come to all that, is a lot of things that I went to that I thought would be fun and exciting to share, AI kind of does for you now. So you can prompt code, and it helps to understand it. But I could take any 11-year-old kid, will say, and say, hey, can you configure this 3850 and set up wireless access points with lightweight? You can just prompt AI, it'll sign in, configure it all. I tested that too. My son's 11, that's why I was bringing him up, or that age up. But and the thing is, I didn't have to teach him anything. And so I don't know. I guess that's where I don't know where the balance is as far as what's practical and what's needed. So I used to study, a broad range of technology and then apply sections of it based on my career. Now for me, it's kind of been reversed. I have a new task at hand. I may not know it, but I have to learn that piece and then expand out. And AI does help with that too. So instead of just doing everything for you, you can use it as a resource tool, but you also have to do your own research, make sure that AI is giving you the right information too. So that's a long way to come around to say that I'm still going to be doing technology type videos, maybe even setting up your own LLM or different things like that. But I'd like to get your feedback on what you'd like, because the fact of the matter is, a lot of stuff I was going to do, AI's kind of done it, or taken over. So there's not a whole lot of information I could provide that AI can't in that regard. So I think that's kind of, just want to get a feel for those of you that subscribe or like the technical tutorial things. Is that still even relevant now? And if so, what would you like to see? And if not, we'll continue with the gaming and the tech stuff that I think that I'm willing to share, or excited to share, I should say. I'll share whatever you guys want, but I don't know. I think the vibe coding is cool. I've had a lot of fun with it, but it doesn't have like that sense of reward, I guess. I don't feel like I don't know. It's just different. It's a different way of thinking. And like I say, I don't know how much longer vibe or prompting is even going to be the way to create applications and stuff. So, but we'll see. But anyway, if you could just leave a comments. I can't talk. But yeah, if you could just leave a comment with the type of content in the technology space that you think would still be relevant or you'd be interested in seeing, let me know. Otherwise, like I say, I will put out things that I'm working on, love or hate it in regards to AI. Most likely it's going to be related to AI because that's heavily what I'm dealing with on a day-to-day basis now. And then of course we'll keep the gaming. I'll probably post more gaming specific related content going forward, because that hasn't changed other than the prices, which gaming is starting to become more of a expensive burden than, you know, fun leisure thing. So there's that too, but we'll do what we can with that. So, but anyway, thank you all for watching. I appreciate your support, and I will see you guys on the next video.